Hey, this is Sam Leonard. Hope you're having a great day. Now, today what I'm going to talk about is mastering your emotional state, because this is something that's fundamentally important within self-mastery, mastering your emotions and your emotional state. Because let's face it, if you haven't figured it out, if you haven't mastered it, then you're going to be a slave to your emotions. You're going to be a slave to being reactive to other people, to other situations. You know, this is something that's really important to take control of and master. Now, with mastering your emotional state, it's important to or it's good to understand what it really is, because you know, when something happens, when we have an emotional reaction within our body, we have to think of it from a scientific point of view. This is a chemical reaction, a chemical process within our body. So you know, in order to not engage with this, it helps us to understand this chemical process that's going on within our body. You know, if we don't engage with that, we don't have to, it's not about suppressing it, it's not about resisting it, it's about allowing it, but not actually engaging with that emotion. And if we allow that process to go through into our body, within 60 or 90 seconds, it will actually go, because it's the chemical process going throughout our body. So one of the best ways to do this is to disassociate from it. You know, you are not your thoughts. You don't have to engage with everything that goes on in your mind, or you don't have to engage with everything that happens out there in the outer world. You know, you're in control of your inner world. If you want to have mastery of yourself and of your environment, you know, you need to master your own emotions. So it's really important to do this, so you can disassociate from this. Sorry, I'll get distracted by these crazy ducks behind me. So yeah, it's really important to disassociate from these emotions and these reactions that are going on within our body. And you know, if you disassociate from it, and you know, you feel it and be like, oh, okay, I'm not angry, but I'm Sam, I'm experiencing the feeling of anger. And then you can detach from it, and then you can be curious, and you can observe it, you can allow it to happen. It's not suppressing it. And sometimes that feeling can be quite intense. You know, it can often have a physical location, and you can just observe it and just allow it to happen. And like I said, if you just allow that process, this process of letting this chemical reaction take place within your body, allowing it for about 60 or 90 seconds, and you're disassociated from it. And by doing this, then you just allow it to happen. And then, you know, after a while, it might become a bit more tense. You can feel it in the body. You can sense it moving around, this feeling. You know, it might be in your chest or in your gut, wherever it is. And you can just allow it to happen. You're not suppressing it. You're just allowing it to process and go through. And because you're disassociated from it, you don't become this emotion. You don't become this, oh, I'm angry. It's, I'm experiencing this feeling of anger. And, you know, we're having that separation from it. And this is really important. And, you know, when we're doing this, like anything within, you know, mastery, even self-mastery, it's going to take time. It's going to take repetition and practice to be able to do this on a long term. And sometimes we slip up. You know, we are human. It doesn't mean because we're on this personal development path, because we know these things, that we're going to be perfect every time. You know, we're going to have these times where we slip up and we react. But even after we've reacted, we can still use this process. And this is part of the, you know, treating the immediate emotional reaction that's going on in our body. Obviously, there's other tools we can use for long-term emotional things that happen, like things that might have happened in our past, like past traumas. There's different exercises we can do for that. But mainly in this video, what I want to talk about is the immediate emotional reaction, because I think this is something that's really important to master. You know, we can get so much out of mastering our emotions, not being a slave to our emotions, really detaching, understanding that we are not our thoughts. And when you get that separation, and you become so much more empowered, that you really are in control of your state, of your emotional well-being, of your inner world. And as we know, inner world creates your outer world. So mastering this gives us so much better of a quality of life. You know, imagine putting the time into this and actually taking the time to manage your emotional state and mastering your emotional state, how much better it will improve the quality of your life, and how much, you know, how much more empowered you'll get, how much more control you'll have of what's actually happening within your body. We can't control the outer world. We can't control other people, their reactions, what's going on. So what we can do is control ourselves, or master ourselves. And mastering our emotions is one of the best things we can do to do this. So hopefully this video has been helpful for you, and you know, you can take these steps, you know, wake up and realize what is actually happening, disassociate from this this emotion, and just allow it to happen. Allow it this time, the chemical process in your body, allow it to happen, allow it to process. Follow the feeling. It could be a physical sensation in your body. Follow it, and you know, just allow it. Be curious, but be detached from it, and allow it to happen. And you know, when you let an amount of time pass, then it will eventually just go. And you know, if you do this over and over again, you keep practicing this, then this is going to be something that's going to, you know, really help you transform this and master your emotional state. So hopefully this video has been helpful for you. I hope it helped. Leave comments down below, and if you've got any comments, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.